wanted to talk a little bit. One issue that because we as Dolphin fans, we all want what's best. We want the Heat to win it all. We want the Panthers to win it all. The Dolphins, the Marlins, whatever, Canes, you name it, InterMiami, all our local teams. Of course, we root for them to do the best that they can possibly do. That's obvious. But the problem sometimes that we have set ourselves up for and why we end up disappointing ourselves is we start to put unrealistic expectations out there on people. And then when they don't reach our unrealistic expectations, we hold it against them. And that's wrong on every level. And I saw a story today on Cater Kohu. And I'll read the quote for you and everything since I have it here on Cater. And he's, basically talking about how he's got to, I thought I saved it actually, how he's got to be the leader of the secondary and show guys how they're going to do things and that kind of stuff. And let's be honest. Is Cater ready for that? We're talking about a kid that's coming into his third year, a down year last year, as an undrafted, overachieving corner, which I like a lot. I'm a big Cater Kohu fan, huge Cater Kohu fan. And I'm looking forward to seeing him grow and play better, but let's be honest. How can he be a leader? How can you expect him to be a leader? I hope it happens. I hope he plays out of his freaking mind. That would be absolutely great. But is it realistic? So if he doesn't become a leader, is he paid to be one? Was he drafted to be one? Neither one fits the bill. You never drafted him high. You're not paying him all kinds of money. He was never brought in with any kind of high expectations, like, let's say, a Minkah Fitzpatrick, who you have high expectations for. But you don't have you can't have high expectations for Cater Kohu. And if he doesn't meet it, then you're going to fry his ass for that. He's still a young guy trying to grow and figure it out. Now, I'll tell you this. One of the things I like about Cater is mentally and physically, we're talking about a really tough dude. That's one of the things I do like about Cater. Okay. And he goes, I have to step up and be a leader in the room and show the younger guys, he's young, how we want the unit to be, just like they did with me. This was Barry Jackson's article. Jalen Ramsey, Jordan Poyer showed me the way. You don't always have to talk. You can lead by example. It's going to be a challenge. Being the oldest guy in the room, whether you want it or not, it's a little weight on your shoulders because you have to show the other guys. It's not something I'm not prepared for. That's what I love about Cater. Tough as nails, isn't afraid of jack shit. Okay? Physical, and failure doesn't scare him. And I love people like that. You're going to fail. I'm going to fail. We're all going to fail. But can you bounce back from the failure? Does it not affect you? That kind of, he's that dude. Now, is it fair for me to expect him to be a leader? No. Is it fair for me to expect Waller to ball when he hasn't balled in years? He's been a problem child. He's had alcohol issues, and I don't know if he has drug issues and mental issues and stupid stuff, like he wants to leave football to become a rapper. So we're asking a guy that's incredibly immature, lost his wife, lost his job, all of this, didn't even realize that the Lord blessed him to play football, not be a rapper. And like, dude, do the rapping on the side, be a football player. And if the rapping takes off, then you can leave. Darren Waller is that friend of yours that goes, hey, dude, I quit my job. Oh, all right, cool. Where are you working at now? Oh, no, I haven't gotten a job yet. I never understood that guy. Never understood a friend of mine that said that to me. And I'm not, sometimes I may not be the friend for you because I'm the guy that says, bro, what are you, stupid? Because I actually care about you. So I got to tell you honestly, yo, dude, are you stupid or something? You don't leave a job without another job in play. Now, if you're rich, then, you don't even need to work in the first place. But those of us that actually have to work, Darren Waller left the job without knowing he could do the other job. So we're going to count on Darren Waller. Are we going to count on Julian Hill? I love Julian Hill, dude. I think his ability is all there. Physical, everything. It's all mental and experience. But is it fair? No. Tanner Connor can run like the wind. Is it fair to expect anything from that guy? Farrell Brown is a jag. So what are we supposed to expect from an entire secondary that's super young, that has no idea what the hell they're doing, outside of one guy in Minkah Fitzpatrick? What are we supposed to expect from Minkah? Poor guy now. He sees all his leader stuff, and now we're going to have Dolphin fans going, oh, yeah, wow, Cater's what a leader that guy is. He's a failure. Well, asshole, he's an undrafted guy. Coming off a down year that he actually played well 2 years ago when the team was really good around him. So, it's unrealistic to be down on the kid. Just like it's unrealistic to expect that secondary. It's unrealistic to think that these tight ends are going to be awesome. How about this? It's unrealistic to think that Jalen Phillips and Bradley Chubb are both going to have healthy seasons because their entire careers are loaded with injuries. And you know how desperately they need those guys to stay healthy along with Chop. Now, Chop doesn't have an injury history, but the other two guys have a rich injury history, unfortunately. I like both players, but we have to call it like we see it. Are we going to stay realistic or are we not? That's what I want to know. There's a lot of things that are in place, and I talked about it already in the last couple of days since the Waller thing. You lose a Pro Bowl tight end, your most consistent pass catcher, and then you reward your coach who's on a hot seat, and everybody knows it, with Darren Waller. A head case. There's no way you have stopped investing in this guy. And you're saying, yo, bro, we've invested enough in you. Now you're going to have to prove that you're special. You're going to have to lift people to places you've never done. If not, you're not going to hold on to this job. So I'm not expecting jack from the tight ends. Whatever I get, I'll be happy with. I'm not expecting jack from these young corners. Whatever I get, I'll be surprised and happy with it. I will pray that Jalen Phillips and Chubb can stay healthy for an entire season. Because as you know, if Chop, Phillips, and Chubb stay healthy, that's going to be huge for that secondary. Enormous.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.